Welcome back to the Harvest to Table Videos channel, where we help you grow your own fresh produce at home. Today, we're going to count down 6 warm season crops that are perfect for effortless gardening. Whether you have a garden, a small patio, or just a few containers on a balcony, you're in the right place. We'll cover when and how to plant, ideal growing temperatures, how to care for each crop, and how long it takes to reach harvest. Our countdown will reveal each vegetable in reverse order. Stick around to find out which is the easiest to grow. Let's get started. Number 6 on our countdown of easy-to-grow summer crops is peppers. Peppers are slightly more demanding than some of the others. While they're relatively low maintenance once established, they do require consistent warm temperatures and a bit of patience for the fruit to ripen. Peppers, whether sweet bell peppers or spicy hot peppers, are hardy, low-maintenance crops that thrive in warm weather. Pepper seeds are typically started indoors, where it's warm. Seeds germinate in 7 to 21 days. Pepper seedlings can be set in the garden about 2 weeks after the last spring frost. Plants typically reach maturity about 60 to 90 days after seedlings are set out. Peppers prefer consistently warm temperatures, making them ideal for summer gardens. While they start slowly, once established, they produce continuously throughout the season. Hot peppers tend to be even more drought and pest resistant than bell peppers, making them an excellent choice for beginner gardeners. For best results, start peppers indoors 8 weeks before the last frost. Transplant peppers into the garden a week or 2 after the last frost. For optimal growth, daytime temperatures should be consistently warmer than 70 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 21 degrees Celsius. Nighttime temperatures should stay above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, 10 degrees Celsius. Peppers grow well in garden beds, raised beds, or containers. Choose a container that is at least 5 gallons in size for each plant. Peppers need rich, well-draining soil with plenty of organic matter, and benefit from a layer of mulch to retain moisture and regulate soil temperature. Space plants 12 to 18 inches apart, and consider using stakes or cages for support, especially for heavy-producing varieties. Consistent watering is key. Avoid overwatering to prevent root rot. Harvesting peppers regularly encourages more fruit production. Bell peppers can be picked green or left to ripen to red, yellow, or orange, while hot peppers develop more heat as they mature. To maximize yields, fertilize peppers with a balanced or low nitrogen fertilizer and pinch off early flowers to promote stronger growth. Most varieties are ready for harvest 60 to 90 days after transplanting, and they will continue producing until the first frost. With minimal effort, peppers provide a long-lasting and flavorful harvest all season long. Next, we have number 5 on our countdown of easy-to-grow warm season crops, cucumbers. Cucumbers are fast-growing and produce a great yield, but they need space to sprawl or a trellis for support. Cucumbers thrive in warm weather, making them a staple in summer gardens. Seeds germinate in 5 to 10 days. Plants reach maturity in 50 to 70 days, depending on the variety. There are 2 main types of cucumbers, slicing and pickling. Slicing cucumbers are large and great for fresh eating. Pickling cucumbers are smaller and ideal for preserving. Cucumbers can be grown vertically on trellises to save space or left to sprawl across the ground. Trellising helps improve airflow and keeps the fruit cleaner. For best results, plant cucumber seeds in the garden or set out transplants after the last frost when soil temperatures reach at least 65 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 18 degrees Celsius. Cucumbers grow well in garden beds, raised beds, or large containers. They need rich, well-draining soil with plenty of organic matter. Space plants 12 to 18 inches apart And if growing vining varieties, install a trellis or support system early to prevent disturbing the roots later. Good air circulation and spacing help prevent powdery mildew, a common issue in humid climates. Cucumbers require consistent watering to avoid bitterness and promote even growth. Mulching around the plants helps retain moisture and suppress weeds. To keep plants productive, harvest cucumbers frequently. Pick slicing varieties when they are 6 to 8 inches long. Harvest pickling types when they are 3 to 5 inches long. Don't let cucumbers linger on the vine. They can become bitter, and fruit production will slow. With proper care, cucumber plants will produce an abundant, continuous harvest throughout the summer. Number 4 on our countdown is zucchini and summer squashes. Zucchini and other summer squashes, such as patty pan, straight neck, and crookneck squash, are among the easiest and most productive vegetables to grow. Seeds can be started indoors or sown directly in the garden. Seeds germinate in 5 to 10 days and begin producing in as little as 45 to 60 days. One planting will provide a continuous harvest throughout the summer. Zucchini and summer squashes thrive in warm weather, making them ideal for planting after the last frost, when soil temperatures reach at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 16 degrees Celsius. With just a few plants, you can enjoy an abundant supply of tender, flavorful squash all summer long. For the best results, plant summer squash in rich, well-drained soil with plenty of compost or organic matter. Choose a sunny location, where plants receive at least 6 to 8 hours of sunlight daily. Squash plants need ample space, so allow 2 to 3 feet between plants to ensure proper air circulation and reduce the risk of fungal diseases. Water zucchini and summer squashes deeply and consistently to keep the soil evenly moist. This will promote even growth. Adding a layer of mulch helps retain moisture and suppress weeds. To maximize yields, harvest squash frequently when they are 4 to 6 inches long for the best texture and flavor. Overgrown squash can become tough and seedy, reducing the plant's productivity. Regular harvesting and removing any damaged or overcrowded leaves will keep plants healthy and encourage continuous production throughout the season. At number 3 on our countdown, cherry tomatoes are one of the easiest and most rewarding warm-season vegetables to grow. They produce clusters of sweet, bite-sized fruit throughout the summer. Unlike larger tomato varieties, cherry tomatoes are fast-growing, disease-resistant, and more forgiving of less-than-perfect conditions. Tomatoes are commonly started indoors, where seeds germinate in 5 to 10 days. Plants can go into the garden a week or two after the last frost in spring, when temperatures are consistently above 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 16 degrees Celsius. Cherry tomatoes will start producing as early as 50 to 70 days after transplanting. Indeterminate or vining varieties continue producing all season long, while determinate or bush varieties ripen in one concentrated harvest. With their compact size and vigorous growth, cherry tomatoes are an excellent choice for both beginner and experienced gardeners. Cherry tomatoes thrive in full sun, at least 6 to 8 hours daily, and prefer well-draining, nutrient-rich soil with plenty of organic matter. Cherry tomatoes grow well in garden beds, raised beds, or containers. A 5-gallon container or larger is recommended. Vining tomatoes need sturdy support. Use tomato cages, stakes, or trellises to keep them upright and prevent fruit from touching the ground. Water tomatoes consistently at the base of the plant to avoid diseases like blight and splitting fruit. Pruning suckers, the small shoots between the main stem and branches, can improve airflow and fruit production. To boost yields, fertilize every 2 to 3 weeks with a balanced or low nitrogen fertilizer. Once cherry tomatoes start producing, they will continue fruiting until the first frost. Harvesting regularly encourages more production, and ripe tomatoes can be picked daily. Whether eaten fresh, tossed into salads, or roasted for a burst of flavor, cherry tomatoes offer a steady, delicious harvest with minimal effort. Number 2 on our list of easy summer growers is green beans. Green beans are one of the easiest and most rewarding vegetables to grow, making them a top choice for beginner gardeners. They germinate in 7 to 10 days and mature in 50 to 65 days, depending on the variety. There are 2 main types: bush beans, which stay compact and don't require support, and pole beans, which grow on long vines and need a trellis, stakes, or other support. Both types produce high yields throughout the season. Regular harvesting will encourage even more bean production. For best results, plant green beans directly in the garden after the last frost, when soil temperatures reach at least 60 degrees Fahrenheit. That's 16 degrees Celsius. Beans thrive in full sun and well-drained, nutrient-rich soil, making them ideal for garden beds, raised beds, or large containers. Space bush beans, about 6 inches apart, and pole beans about 8 to 10 inches apart, with a sturdy trellis or support system in place before planting. Keep the soil consistently moist, but not waterlogged, and avoid overhead watering to reduce the risk of disease. A layer of mulch can help retain moisture and keep weeds under control. To maximize the harvest, pick beans regularly when they are young and tender, typically 4 to 6 inches long, before they become tough or stringy. Bush beans tend to produce in one big flush over a few weeks, while pole beans continue producing for a longer period. If growing pole beans, training the vines to climb early will ensure better growth and easier harvesting. With minimal care, green beans will provide a steady supply of fresh, crisp beans throughout the summer. At number 1 on our countdown of the easiest warm season crops to grow, we've got basil. While it's not a vegetable but an herb, basil is one of the most popular summer crops and the easiest of them all to grow. It thrives with very little care, needs just sun and water, and the more you harvest, the more it grows, making it the perfect low-maintenance herb to add to any garden. Seeds germinate in 5 to 10 days. Plants reach harvest size in 3 to 4 weeks and continue to produce fresh leaves all season long. For the best growth, plant basil after the last frost, when nighttime temperatures remain above 50 degrees Fahrenheit, that's 10 degrees Celsius. Basil thrives in well-drained, nutrient-rich soil and requires at least 6 to 8 hours of direct sunlight daily. If planting outdoors, spacing plants 10 to 12 inches apart ensures proper airflow and reduces disease risk. Consistent watering will keep the soil evenly moist, but not soggy, helping to prevent issues like root rot or fungal infections. Basil comes in many varieties, including sweet basil, Thai basil, lemon basil, and purple basil, each offering unique flavors and aromas. Harvest leaves regularly from the top. This will encourage the growth of more side shoots, leading to a fuller, more productive plant. To maximize yields, pinch off flower buds as they form, as flowering can cause leaves to develop a bitter taste. Basil grows well in garden beds, raised beds, containers, or even indoors on a sunny windowsill. Whether used fresh, dried, or blended into pesto, basil adds a burst of flavor and fragrance to any garden and kitchen. And a final quick note, basil is an excellent companion plant for tomatoes, peppers, and lettuce, helping to repel pests like aphids and hornworms. And there you have it, the 6 easiest summer crops to grow, ranked from great to the absolute easiest. Whether you're filling garden beds, containers, or just trying your hand at growing food for the first time, these plants will set you up for success. If you find this video helpful, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the Harvest to Table channel for more gardening tips. Hit the share button to send this video to a friend. If you have any questions or tips, leave a note in the comments below. And please let us know what you're growing this season. If you'd like to read more about these warm season growers, click on the links in the notes below. Thank you for watching today, and as always, happy gardening. See you in the next video.